We are Anthony and me. We are converting our citroen Relia into an off-grid camper van. You should join us on our journey and watch as we work on it over the next few months. We have absolutely no experience, so if we can convert a van, you can do it too.
We've finally got the van back after 6 days of being in the garage. Long story short, a couple of more problems are fixed with the van. They haven't fixed some others, but enough of that. So what I've just been doing is, we've got the mains adapter kit, which is for this electric hookup. We've just been stripping the wires. We stripped this thick one. I just had to use a standing knife because our wire strippers are not big enough. We've put the earth into there, the live into the top left, and the neutral into the top right, and all that's nice and secure now as well. Amy's just now foil taping around the electric hookup point. This wire's just run roughly for when we come to do the electrics. Amy's just finishing that off, and what I'm going to do is the bedroom 12 volt wire from here, I'm going to run another one from there to there. If I was separator for the shower wall, it's going to be about somewhere around here. We'll probably want the light about here, judging where the height of the mattress will be and stuff. We don't want it too low and we don't want it too high, so I think probably about there will be fine. We were just about to run like wires similar to this, a 12 volt wire from where the tumour boiler is going to be to where the thermostat's going to be, the little temperature sensor, and also run it to the control panel. And we've just watched Greg Virgo's video and he explains which wires for what. And the control panel has got like it looks like an Ethernet connection, so it's a good job that we didn't run them. So we're going to have to wait till we've actually got the boiler in front of us and run them wires, and think about, because the temperature sensor doesn't look that long, the wire, so it'll just be able to go like straight above it on the end of a cupboard or something like that. We're figuring out what to do because the weather is not really helping us in. We want to do the water fill point from outside. Can't do that because of the weather. We've got the solar panels to fit. We can't do that because of the weather yet. We've had a little discussion. I'm glad that we decided to keep the black shelf before, because we're going to actually put it back in. This is for a cupboard up here, and then we'll just have a face plate. The shelf will be carpeted. We're going to earth wool reflectix foil tape and carpet this, so when you open the cupboard door you just see the carpet and the bottom plastic will be carpeted, and it fixes in a lot better than we probably could do with wood. So we're just going to put it back in and leave it there. So all this needs to be stripped out. Amy's just giving that a clean now.
So what are you doing now, Anth?
Just checking to see if we've got a smart alternator or not, because then that changes which product we need to buy for the split charge relay, which will start charging the batteries when we're driving. So then that just means that we're going to have a split charge relay, electric hookup for campsites if we need to, and then the solar panels. So we've got 3 ways of charging, so hopefully we'll never run out of power. Now usually we answer a lot of people's questions when we get messages and stuff. Now we have a question for you, if you don't mind. So we're wanting to buy 2 single front seats, but we're not sure, say, if Volkswagen seats would fit on our runners, and we don't want to buy them. We've got quite a few bookmarked which are, as you know, expensive, but we're not sure if they would fit on here. I mean, I suppose you leave the bottom bracket in because of the height. I mean, if we've got normal seats and we put them on the floor, God, you'd be all the way down here. Which is obviously, you're in a van, so it's a lot higher. But I'm just wondering if we can fit, say, Volkswagen seats or any other good sport seats where they're like the bucket seats where they like hug you when you're driving, to be more sturdy for the long journeys. So if we were to take this off, could we put, say, a Volkswagen seat on here? I mean, if new holes have to be drilled, we're up for that. But we're just struggling to find information online if it's actually possible. So if you've done it in the past, can you please let us know in the comments? That would really help us out. What we're going to do now is we're going to take off all of this trim, the lining underneath, just so we can stand in the cab, and we're going to put reflectix and foil tape on there. We were going to put earth wool on, but it's going to take away the space of inside this cupboard. There's a lot of heat loss with the windows anyway, so we're just going to do the reflectix just to smoothen edges off, because from the factory I think this is like a sound deadening patch, but it sticks right up and stuff, so the carpet wouldn't look smooth. So we'll put that reflectix on. We'll carpet this top sheet down the way. We can't reach from here, so that's why it's best to be under here. So this needs to come off, all of this trim needs to come off, then the liner needs to come out, and then we can stand underneath and do it properly. And it's a good job I did take that shelf out, really, because we're going to carpet it all. So we'll carpet to where you see the front of it here, all the way along and inside. So if we do have items up there, they're not, like when we're turning corners, they're not going to rattle around and slide along the plastic. It'll be carpeted, so it might give a bit more grip. Right, so we've managed to get that off. It was actually harder than we thought. Just in case you didn't know how these popped out, we've just learnt ourselves. You just get something thin enough in here. 1 minute, it's hard to do it while I'm recording. Can we get hold of that, please? So you just got to pop this off. I've just done it first time on the other side.
That's always the case.
Yeah. Right.
It'll be my side, you're messing up.
So this just pops off, he said. Yeah, and it's attached at the top, and you do the same the other side.
So this just pops off?
Supposedly. Right there. So then, you get your hex bolt out. Yep, lose the nut while you're at it. And there we go, that's that off. So now we've took everything out, and Amy's remembered where everything goes.
Are you up?
Are you up? Because I haven't. Another point to make, I thought I might have went further down, but it only stops here because I've just popped this off. So yeah, you don't need to take that off. I'll put that back on. Make sure that's it. Right, so that just clicks on, but the headliner only comes to around here, so there's something holding it in. I don't know what. That's just sailing all the way around, all the way down. I think it's just the fact of these, I'm not sure. I haven't watched any videos before doing this, so just trial and error. I'll come around the back and we'll try and pull it out. Another reason why we wanted to take this all off, even though it's a big job, is because when I took it to get cleaned, let's give it a jet wash, and we're not coming too close to the van, but we noticed water, just a tiny line of water was running down here, and I thought it was on the outside, and I give it a wipe, and it was on the inside. And what it is the aerial. So can you see that nut there? It's been leaking, and you can see the rust on it. So I'm gonna loosen that off, and I'm gonna put Sikaflex all behind it. But I'm not sure if when I loosen that off it loosens the aerial outside, so I think I might actually. But you can see the little bits of rust on the motherboard and stuff. I don't know if you can make it out. Yeah, look at them screws. This is a 2017 van as well. Right, so we've got this off. And as you can see, look at the state on that bolt. Look how rusty that bolt is. And then look at the back of the motherboard. It's all just rust. And now we've got another hole in the van, which was already there. But we're going to put Sikaflex on the outside as well. I'm going to spray a primer just around that hole. Spray a primer on the back of there, as long as it doesn't look like it's going on any electrics. Amy's just brought the antenna in.
I climbed on top for that.
Yeah, I mean, even that looks snapped to me. And this is a 2017 van. That looks snapped. But yeah, we're going to put Sikaflex around there. And then you can see the rust in there as well. So we're going to put Sikaflex around it and slot that back on. Right, so I've put Sikaflex on the old screw. I've put a tiny bit primer on this. I don't want to put too much on because it's got to have contact to the metal for the aerial, hasn't it? Amy's just climbing on the wheel outside. And she's going to be putting it online with this. Putting it through here if you can reach. Right, so now she's pushed it through. There's a lot of Sikaflex there which you put on the aerial. And now I'm going to screw this in and then it should be complete. I've just drilled it on now. So yeah, that's not going to leak anymore when that Sikaflex bonds itself. No water's getting in there anymore. So we've got our carpet out. We've measured what we think will be enough for the front cab bit. We're going to cut it out with some scissors and then we're going to carpet glue it in with the trim adhesive that was provided with the carpet. High temperature resistant. So I've just cut it really quickly, and I think when you don't overthink things it works out better. That looks like a perfect rectangle. 72 height, 144 width.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's try and glue it in.
It.
Well, let's see if it fits first. Amy's just coming around the front because we needed to be in the front to do it. Hopefully it's a good fit. Even though it's getting dark, we'll still try and get a little bit recorded. We're going to now carpet this because it needs to be fitted tonight.
Once all of this is carpeted, then we'll start putting the headliner shelf back on, and then we'll install that and show you when it's finished. And cut it off.
Right, I know it's dark, but it's not the same as carpeting, say, a ply board, for example. So we've had to flip it over. And what were you just saying, Amy?
I'm seeing there's all that wastage at the back because this just tucks under.
Yeah, we've got
and then
too
if
much.
we tuck it in and get the groove of it like that.
We'll start off with a line at the end and work our way down, smoothing in and into all the gaps.
And then just cut.
And the bottom bit doesn't matter at all because you're never ever going to see it.
Right, so while I clean this off the carb because it's mangy, and just putting everything back together.
Yo!
And then
Solid.
we'll fit the headliner shelf.
Yeah, ignore this carpet. We just cut it off because it's going to be a shelf in front of it anyway.
So we'll time lapse that now.
So that's our above the cab cupboard pretty much sorted. We're not too bothered about the sides because we're going to have a door here. So when you look in and you're putting stuff in, you're only going to see like this vicinity. You're not going to go in and look at the sides and stuff. But even if so, it's only us who's going to see it, so I'm not really bothered. We've just got the visors to put back on, and then that's our job done. It seems like a little task, but stripping all of this and putting it all back together is a job in itself. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way we've done it. So obviously wood's going to come along here and be this shape, probably to somewhere down here, and the same here. But yeah, really good. Pleased with that, are you?
Yeah.
Changed it from saying happy with that.
This is where we are going to leave today's video, so thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button to support our channel, and if you would like to see future videos, please hit subscribe and the notification bell.